It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and the spotlight falls on Bryce Hall, who's now up to a ridiculous 14 interceptions so far this season. It's the Barons and the Patriots, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Brooklyn Barons and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Foxborough. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Wilson going to come out throwing. Throw right side complete to Carter. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Carter straight ahead. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. To throw is Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the counter, Carter. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive. That's not the way you want to start this drive. It doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A handoff for Carter. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They bring the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The gain knocks this one through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's got room at the 30, and he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Now Wilson on first down. This one, and oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Jones now. Off play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd and very short. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the left side with Carter to the 27-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 23 carries, 74 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wilson. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Carter is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Zach Wilson, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. Cooper is going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 97 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. Gets by him at the 25. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Call that a gain of 11.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Carter will try the right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On third down, Wilson. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. On second down, a run with Carter. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Touchdown. Corey Davis, 35 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6. New England's offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here's Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Carter. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Zach Wilson with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Barons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England trying to get a place on offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this offense on third down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Running back Michael Carter returning to the field with the rest of this offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Wilson.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd and 9, Jones.
This will be caught downfield by Gage.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots.
Throwing Jones.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. There's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now Jones on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And caught by Henry.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Tucker's kick is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We begin with the Battle of the Lone Star State. Houston heading a few hours north to take on Dallas. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. The Texans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Bucs still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Jones looking left sideline, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, what a move.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A give, Carter running right.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
He'll drop that down to Carter underneath.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Draw play, Carter.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit the pressure was coming through yet again. He certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Here's a give to Carter. Down inside the 10.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Elijah Moore from 6 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
That swung out wide to Harris.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line.
He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive. They'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Carter straight ahead.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Wilson.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the 1st.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
They're in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Wilson. Now the ball comes loose. And the Patriots have it.
Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A handoff for Carter.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
First down, Aaron.
They'll run. It's Carter. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Patriots.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 30 on second down, Jones, and the catch made by Johnson. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now Jones. He completes it to Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it's going to be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Jones now to throw on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP?
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
They'll check this one down to Carter.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass incomplete.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Jones on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's going to look downfield for Henry.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Holding. Offense.
Isaiah Wynn with a penalty. The former first-round pick back in 2018. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw, Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Out of the gun now on third down. And caught by Henry.
And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Jones throwing on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Jones on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They run for it with Harris, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Here's Jones on first down. He gets this one to Johnson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
a 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground. Carter.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll go again with Carter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now Carter to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
That's interference.
Let's check in with our referee.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and
this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for our visitors, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.